Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2019 general reading. I hope everybody had a wonderful and safe holiday season. Thank you for joining us here today, and welcome to anybody who might be new. Hopefully I didn't just say that. I do like to always send the greetings out and my thank yous out in the beginning, even though that I know that some of those of you who follow me regularly probably get tired of hearing the same intro, but I always get new people too, so I like to do it. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Thanks to all of my clients out there, regular and new. You guys are brilliant at keeping me so busy. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, I'd be honored. You can get more info and contact details by either clicking on the description bar of any of the videos I post, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on that little About button. Turnaround time is pretty good. I can usually get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours of your initial contact with more info. And I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So I work pretty diligently with getting people scheduled as quickly as we can. So if you're interested, send me an email. We'll set something up. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and we can do readings live via phone or Skype, or recorded based on information you send me in email. All right, let's move on. This reading is for the fire sign of Aries, our lovely Rams for the month of January 2019, first month of a brand new year. Remember, if you know your rising and moon sign, watch those as well, because they can provide additional clarification for you, unless you're cross-watching for an Aries. Okay, Aries. Let's see what's in store for you for January 2019. Okay, Aries, we begin with two cards together here. Interesting, I got the same thing for Leo. We have the Nine of Wands, followed by the Ten of Pentacles. Feeling like difficulty with a commitment here, Aries. Could be you or another person or situation. We have the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Wands. We have the Six of Swords, followed by the Sun. And we have the World, followed by the Magician. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy is the Five of Pentacles. Sorry about that, Aries. I just got a very loud message in. It's kind of specific, so I'm not quite sure how many of you this will resonate for, but it's going to resonate for some of you. And I don't often get this, but I feel like some of you are cross-watching for Aries. Maybe you have a partner who's an Aries or a strong Aries, you know, maybe it's one of their rising or moon signs. I feel like some of you who are watching this are cross-watching for an Aries who's a partner. Some of you, it may be a love and romance partner. You know, general readings, since there's many of you watching. Some of you, I mean, some of you, this may resonate more as a relationship reading, and even under that umbrella, it could be romantic relationship, it could be friendly, it could be relationships at work. Some of you, it might be a job, work, career. Some of you, it might be spirituality or health. The details and specifics may vary, but the energy and advice fundamentally remains the same. It looks like, I feel like some of you, I feel like many of you are having difficulties getting to making a commitment about something that you feel might trap you or lock you into something, or going like kind of that last mile in a situation or within a relationship. for whatever reasons, could be your own history, both with this other person or just your own history and experience in the past, particularly those of you for whom this may resonate as a relationship reading, like for, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, partnership kind of energy. We have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands is the push through card. I call it the 11th hour card, the it's darkest before dawn card. Taking a step back from this big obstacle behind you that has cropped up. We're at the 9 here. In the tarot, 10s represent cycles ending. So you're very close to a cycle of something being ended, but you're feeling maybe discouraged, worn out, wondering if you should give up on this thing, if you should just take a different direction, feeling tired, can't see that really it's there, it's right around the corner, but all you can see is the obstacle and the hurdle, but you're in the last mile, which is often the hardest and most difficult. The accompanying advice to this card, it's almost always push through. You are closer than you think. Push through. What is this difficulty about? Well, what clarifies it is the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a culmination of solid, steady, reliable. This is, when this comes up, for example, in relationship readings, this represents a good relationship that's long-term, that has a lot of time and effort and patience built into it. Originally, this was called the inheritance card. So what does inheritance mean? It means a present day, current sense of abundance, like if you got the, money or family property or family business, or some the division of estates of something, maybe after somebody passed or something. Of course, if that is what this is for somebody, my condolences, because it means you lost someone. But it's all this abundance and security and stability, whether it's in financial form or material form or emotional form. But it comes from everything that went into getting it here. It's about the long, slow accumulation of time, effort, patience, history, work that went into building up to what it now is. So, for some of you, this might be a job, work, career situation. It may feel like you've been trying to get to this end point, maybe retirement, maybe moving into a level or a promotion or a position or a job type, which can give you that security that takes you through to retirement and a nice retirement. In relationships, this could be, the same thing for general health and well-being, the same thing for relationships. And I'm getting a lot of relationship energy for people, and I have been the last few readings we've done. I think, Mercury being in retrograde and astrological and astronomical changes kind of occurring. There's always, these things coming up from the past, whether they're people or situations within our relationships, to give us an opportunity to deal with them. So it's about pushing through this last bit, Aries, to get to a point of stability and security within whatever the situation is. I feel like a lot of you, it's within a relationship situation, regardless of the nature of that relationship. Again, it could be a work situation as well, too. It feels like maybe you were going along and thinking things were great, but then there's this thing that has come up, and it's about the long-term stability of whatever this is, relationship or work or health. And it feels like in order to get there, you have to make this last push, which is really hard, and you're questioning whether or not you have what it takes to do this. And I feel like it's commitment towards going this last mile. For some of you who are in relationships, that might be that and again, maybe this is why I'm picking up some cross-watching energy. You may be involved with an Aries. Aries, you may be involved, because this is kind of a bit similar to Leo's. You may be involved with another fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It's like you want to know there's this long-term security and stability, and you want that, but the actual work and effort and realistic commitment to it, verbal and maybe getting engaged or getting married or something like that, it's like you're so hesitant. It's like that last mile, which is so difficult for you. For some of you, it might be the other person. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm feeling. Maybe you're waiting on that other person and you're trying to figure out if they're capable of coming this last mile with you and actually making this realistic, making it formal, making it to you, making it to everybody kind of around you. But for a lot of you, I feel like you're having a hard time going this last mile. You have fears and doubts and concerns maybe relating to your own history. Maybe it's relationship history. Maybe you've struggled within this relationship, within a relationship that you may be in, again, with another fire sign or somebody with a lot of fire in their chart. And you have concerns over whether it's possible or not. So next to that, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So the Six of Pentacles is the tit for tat card. This is the equality card. This speaks of mutual giving, mutual receiving. It can sometimes represent needing to be more open to give, needing to be more open to receiving, maybe a combination of both. Mutual love, mutual respect, mutual admiration, mutual give and take in a relationship, which is what a healthy relationship is. It's what a healthy symbiotic relationship is, regardless of whether it's a relationship with another human being, relationship with your boss, your job, your house, your pet. If we don't take care of that which we have, it can't flourish and take care of us. That's the nature of it. We are in relationship to everything. So this is about equality, a symbiotic equal giving and receiving within a situation or a relationship, regardless of the nature of what that is. And I have to say, Aries, and I hope this whole reading doesn't come across as a sermon to you or patronizing in some way, but the Six of Pentacles is next to you. Now, it could be that in a relationship or a work situation, however this resonates for you, it could be that you may be giving more than your partner. It could be that you may be giving less to your partner. It feels like somebody feels like there's an uneven balance here. I feel like for a lot of you, it might be your partner feeling like they're giving more to you. And not that you're just taking, not giving anything back. And of course, this is maybe vice versa for some of you. But I feel like there's an imbalance in the relationship, and it might not be perhaps in how you feel about the other person, but in how you show it. That might not be coming out, so they might be, I feel like the two of you may need to, if this proceeds, to kind of work on your own issues in order to make each person feel like they're giving and receiving equally in the relationship. And I feel like you and the other person are talking about this. And for some of you, it might be in a job, work, career place thing where you feel like you want to move to the next level in your job or get a promotion or advance, and you're putting in all this work and effort, and you're telling your boss, look, I want to go further here, and you may not feel like you're getting paid enough, you're being recognized enough, or you don't have the opportunities for advancement that you should based on your level of work, or vice versa. And I feel like this may come in very quickly. It's the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Wands, which can represent a very fast-moving situation. So something may come into, even the scales out quite quickly, or the person that you're talking to might be coming back, with an offer of some kind about, doing their part to restore the equilibrium in a relationship or a situation. And I feel like for some of you, this is another fire sign individual that you have some kind of relationship or partnership with. Again, it's about the equality. It's like one of you on one side, I feel like both of you actually want basically the same thing, but one of you is having difficulty exhibiting that. It's like you may feel it, but you don't exactly want to admit it, or you don't want to do anything concrete because it's kind of scary for some reason, like, getting engaged or getting married or having those kind of plans or something, or your boss doesn't want to commit to any moving forward even though you're putting in all this work. And I feel like this Knight of Wands actually represents the other person in this situation, although it could represent you as well. And if that's the case, Aries, you're coming across as a knight, which isn't a page, but it's not a king or queen either. So you may need to, for those of you who may be a little nervous about moving to the next step, the Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles may ask you to re-examine You know, looking again at what makes a healthy symbiotic relationship, and ask you to kind of maybe mature and evolve a little bit more during this process, you know, as a human being, which is why we're here. It's what we're meant to do here towards our joy and fulfillment. So next we have the Six of Swords and the Sun, which I love seeing, because this is a card about healing, peace, restoration, healing, moving away from troubled, turbulent waters, a healing period. And it's clarified by the Sun, which automatically represents an uplifting of energy, a releasing of restrictive energies. So I feel like for a lot of you, there is maybe around the third week or so a general sense of leaving a situation behind. Some of you might be traveling, leaving a situation behind that's been, or a negative aspect of a situation behind, a cycle maybe coming to an end, and moving forward into a healing phase. And you may be kind of just getting out and enjoying yourself quite a bit too. Some of you may be traveling again, maybe around the third week, or maybe even the end of January, but there's definitely this sense of healing. Some of you, it may be that a situation has come to a permanent end and you're moving into a healing phase then as well. Because we have at the end of the month the World and the Magician. So the World speaks of a major cycle of your life coming to a close, or a major cycle ending. And it's paired with the Magician, which talks about being able to manifest whatever you want, because you have the tools, the skills, the knowledge, and the wisdom to do that. Now, I feel like the interesting thing is that your overall energy for the month of January, at least at the end of December, beginning of January, is the Five of Pentacles. That's how you that's the overall energy for you for January, Aries, which can represent maybe feeling, I mean, it's a card of insufficiency and lack. And for some of you, this might be in the job, work, career arena, maybe feeling like you don't have enough, or that you're not getting compensated enough for the level of work or effort you put into it. In relationships, this can represent maybe feeling rejected, abandoned, shut out of the cold. Again, it might be, I think for some of you, I think somebody wanted something additional for you. They wanted more of a commitment from you in some respect. Some of you may have had difficulty doing that, or being afraid of doing that. Some of you, this is going to resolve itself, and you or the other person is going to make that effort, and there will be a healing process beginning from there on out. Others of you, there may be a permanent break, but again, there's the same sense of a cycle kind of closing, making a choice that's right for you, and moving into a healing phase, taking a look at what might lie ahead, what the potential and opportunities for you lying ahead, and knowing that you have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you want. Regardless of how that works out for you, I feel like it continues to play out for you very well. You know, it's interesting because I feel like for some of you, you may be separating or taking a time out from a partner in a relationship for some of you. But because of this, one of you is afraid of going the next level of commitment, getting engaged, moving in together, I don't know, getting married. There may be this separation or break. This isn't for all of you, this is only for some of you. And then there's this phase of healing, but then it feels like illumination may come in, because the sun also represents things being revealed and illuminated and highlighted, because that's what the sun does during this healing process, particularly this mental process. And some of you may realize that what it is that you've been afraid of in order to progress forward or take something to the next level, you're done with those fears. You're done with this whole kind of, I'm not going to, I'm going to navigate through life alone, and I don't need anything or anybody, and I can't take things to the next level. Some of you may be leaving that behind and beginning to manifest yourself in a different direction. And in that particular situation, I feel like for love and romance, some of you, as I'm pulling some clarifying cards here, the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, some of you may be reconciling or going back to the other person, going, you know what? After we broke up or took this time off, I saw these things, and while I'm still nervous about this, I don't want anybody else, and I don't want to be alone without you, so let's move into this thing together. Let's move forward together. For some of you, it may be something or someone new coming in almost right on the heels of this. This feels so similar to the Leo reading. Makes me wonder if some of you are involved with Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising kind of relationship. Because whatever the specifics are of how it works out, it's beautiful either way. Whether there's a coming back together again, like in work and career, it could be, I'm not moving anywhere in this job workplace situation, so I'm putting in my 2-week notice, 3 weeks notice, 1 month notice, and there's this time period, and then they come back to you and go, we don't really want to lose you, so here's the offer we're making. If it's not a relationship, like a personal, more romantic relationship situation, or there's something new coming in right on its heels, whether it's a work job thing or a relationship thing as well. I'm not getting much for general health and well-being here, so I feel like it's one of the others for a lot of you. And it could be your partner. You were the one that walked away and your partner did some thinking and then kind of came back too. However, the details and specifics work out because it's a general reading. There's a lot of you watching. It feels like it works out beautifully, one way or the other. And I feel like this continues a little bit into February. And again, this feels so similar to the Leo reading, which I did, I think, 4 readings ago. So I'm wondering if there's that fire sign connection there for the two of you. So Aries, that pretty much wraps up your reading for January 2019. I hope you found it helpful and useful. Again, if any of you would like a more personal, just for you, one-on-one reading, you can go to my YouTube channel and click on that little about button, or you can click on the description bar of any of the videos I post. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you and set up a reading as soon as we can. I do love and romance, of course, relationship compatibility charting, reconciliation potential. I do career work and finance as well as investment readings, and I do 6 and 12-month overviews, which you can order any time of the year, and people do, but they seem to be very popular towards the end of one year and the beginning of the next year, as we're ending one year and going into another year, because the 6 and 12-month overviews take a look at what's coming and all the main sectors of your life over a 6 or 12-month period of time, depending on how far ahead you want to look. So there's that as well as gift readings, which I've already gotten so many requests for as holiday gifts for friends, family, and loved ones. So something else for you to consider. And you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Aries Gypsy, and that link's provided. All right, Aries, I'll see you in a couple of weeks for the January 2019 mid-month readings. Until then, take care. I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a beautiful start to this beautiful new year, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.